Luka Doncic and the Dallas Mavericks have actually exceeded expectations around the NBA. And of course, while they have Luka the Don, Kristaps Porzingis, Jason Kidd was a great addition to this roster. Now, whenever it comes down to what Jason Kidd has done in the past, he has been part of the Brooklyn Nets, which I really don't want to talk about, but I want to focus on the Milwaukee Bucks and the Los Angeles Lakers. These were two teams that have recently won an NBA championship, which means that they were serious about winning. So Jason Kidd being a part of this organization only meant one thing. Just look at last night. They won against the Philadelphia 76ers and ended up winning 107-98. And Luka the Don had 33 points, 13 rebounds, and 15 assists. He shot it efficiently from the field. He was a +19 and a +-, and that's what great mentoring would do. Now, on the season, he's been averaging 26.2 points, 9.1 assists, and 8.9 rebounds per game. He's shooting at 44.6% from the field, 30.9% from downtown, and 73% from the free throw line. He's been able to get some old LeBron James type numbers, and he's looking like he will be one of the best in the entire NBA. Now, whenever it comes down to Kristaps Porzingis, it's a little funny, you guys, because I was reading an article on NBA teams that should buy or sell before the trade deadline, and of course, the Dallas Mavericks were one of the teams that should buy. In the article, it stated that Jalen Brunson is the best trade asset off the fact that he will hit restricted free agency, but it's highly doubtful that he will be traded because he wants to remain with the Dallas Mavericks. As stated by Bleacher Report, they said that Kristaps Porzingis, even when healthy, isn't the second option on a great team, which really means that he's still being disrespected by the media, and that's something that isn't deserving at all. But I want to say that the Dallas Mavericks do have an opportunity to make a decent trade or sneak someone in. And of course, we know that Buddy Hield is one of the main attractions that can end up in a Dallas Mavericks uniform. Now, on the season, he's been doing pretty well. He has had some key moments that make you look like, wow, just off the fact that he's only started 6 games this season and he's played in 54 games. Now, he's averaging 14.5 points, 4 rebounds, and 1.9 assists per game while shooting at 38% from the field and 36.6% from downtown. While his numbers are down from last season, he did start 71 games and he shot 40% from the field and an amazing 39.1% from the three-point line, which means that he still has it in him. The Sacramento Kings isn't really a great organization for a guy to blossom, to actually show what he can do on a normal basis whenever he has some other talent around him. Now, I'm not disrespecting De'Aaron Fox, Marvin Bagley III, but I mean, Luke Walton was the coach for a few seasons. They haven't had a real good direction whenever it comes down to just setting it up on the court. Just imagine him being next to Luka the Don. He'll be another player along with Jalen Brunson that will be able to take it off the dribble, make shots, and most importantly, he will be a guy that you will be able to trust in key moments. Whenever it comes down to game winners, I believe that he has ice in his veins. He has that capability to be a walking bucket, and he just needs to be with a team that really believes in him. Now, whenever it comes down to a trade for him, I would have wanted it to be Tim Hardaway Jr., but he's out until April 10th with an ankle injury, so we don't even know if a deal like that can be done at this moment. Now, moving on, whenever it comes down to Joe Harris, I believe he will be one of the best fits for this team just off the fact that he is a three-point specialist. He is almost guaranteed to knock down the open shot. And of course, the Brooklyn Nets, they aren't really in a great position. Amid all the Kyrie Irving drama, they were a little shaky because he couldn't play in home games. And now, Kevin Durant is out with the injury. So James Harden has been feeling the burden. Now there's rumors that he will be traded to the Philadelphia 76ers, so this roster just might break up, With them being number 1 in the Eastern Conference at one point in the season, down to 6 in the East, it's just absurd. And that really shows you that there will be frustration in this organization if they don't make it to the NBA Finals in the next 2 to 3 seasons. So by making a Ben Simmons, James Harden trade, that means that a lot of guys will have to go because it will completely change the dynamic of your team. And Joe Harris, he is a guy that only played 14 games, but the 30-year-old was able to average 11.3 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, and shot 45.2% from the field and an insane 46.6% from downtown. And that's what Luka Doncic needs. He needs a 3-point specialist, a guy that once he drives to the rim, we know that he won't get double teamed just off of that side of the court. And that will open up some possibilities up and down the court for the Dallas Mavericks. It'll affect them on offense, defense, the way that Jason Kidd is allowed to coach. But even if Joe Harris doesn't end up in the Dallas Mavericks uniform, I believe that another NBA team will be able to swipe him up on a bargain deal. And that's just how the NBA will work this season. A lot of teams will be buying, will be selling, just like the Atlanta Hawks did with Cam Reddish. Joe Harris, he might miss a little bit more time, so that just means that he might be traded. And I do have 2 questions, you guys, but first, make sure you follow me on both of my Instagram pages. Once I reach 1,100 followers, I'll be giving away an NBA jersey of your choice. Make sure you follow my ScottyIce Texas page. Once I reach 100 subscribers, I'll be posting strictly Dallas Mavericks content consistently for weeks. And trust me, that's something that you don't want to miss. Of course, I'll be posting tonight's game just off the fact that I posted today on my ScottyIce page. So be in tune for that game. And last but not least, once I reach 5,000 subscribers on this channel, I'll be giving away another NBA jersey. All you have to do is comment jersey in my DMs. If you want me to put up a question, then I'll put it on my story and allow everybody to interact with how you feel what the Dallas Mavericks or any other NBA team is doing. Now, the 2 questions that I have for today is, 1, do you think that the Dallas Mavericks should make a trade? And if you were to do it for either Buddy Hield or for Joe Harris, who would it be and why? Now, out of these 2 players, Buddy Hield would be the player for me just off the fact that I really love his game. I love that he can take it off the dribble, he can score from downtown, and make it hard for the opposing team. While Joe Harris is a 3-point specialist, I know that the Dallas Mavericks would be feared with him on a team like Luka Doncic, because if you surround Luka with players just like you did with LeBron James in his early days, then your team will have success. And a lot of people don't want Luka to be put in that position. Now, the second question that I have for today is, do you think that the Dallas Mavericks in their current state can make it at least to the Western Conference Finals? They're 5th right now, and if the playoffs started today, then they will be going against the Utah Jazz. And that's a team that has shown us some capabilities of getting some great games in the NBA playoffs. However, I believe that the Dallas Mavericks will be able to beat them in a 7-game series. Now, in the next round, they will play against the number 1 Phoenix Suns, and that's really where the tough competition will come. Honestly, that's a toss-up series because I really believe in Luka, Kristaps Porzingis, and the coaching ability of Jason Kidd. It will be one of the best matchups in the NBA playoffs this year. So let's just be ready and be excited for what the Dallas Mavericks will be able to do for the NBA. Now, I appreciate all you guys loving your support, and as always, this your boy ScottyIce, aka Baby Bron, and you already know, I'm out.